Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Sunday shop do 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 do. Ah, hello, hello, hello. Apologies for being a bit late. Not me. Computer playing silly buggers. Then when the computer stopped playing silly buggers, YouTube started playing silly buggers. So, hey, here now anyway. Ugh. Itchy nose. Spent too long outside today. That's the problem. How is everyone? Welcome aboard, Patty and Muppets, or Muppet. How are you both? Again, apologies for being late. Not something I normally do, but I'm guessing there must have been some kind of update that improves things somehow. No, like they always do. Hello, Kay. How are you? It's all right. Weird noises. Opening a can of slurps. So, what has the Sharpie been up to this week? Monday and Tuesday, water changes. Wednesday went out with Mary. We went and visited the ruined church at Civitshire St Mary, and I did the video. Hello, Mystery Snail Guardians. How are you? Good to see you. So yeah, we did that. Did the video, which I uploaded Friday. Beautiful little place. Definitely haunted. Nothing scary. Nothing negative. All good. And after that, we went to a new fish shop to us. Howdy, monkey. I did say hi to Bob, didn't I? If I didn't, I forgot. Sorry. Hi, Bob. See, my brain's on the heart today. Too much sun. Yeah, so after that, we went to the fish shop, which is Express Aquatics in Dis. That'll be this week's video. Did a tour of the tanks. Some very interesting fish that you don't see very often in the UK, and some other things as well that we don't tend to see very regularly, which I'm always up for. Plus, I had lots of epistogrammas, which is always a good thing. And now the computer decides it's going to start sending us through all the notifications and random guff. So yeah, we did that Wednesday. Slept like a log Wednesday night and most of Thursday because of energy drain from the ghosties. Then Friday, I got up in the morning, usual morning stuff, and went to feed the fishies. And all was going fine. Go away, notifications. Yes, I know my. Yeah, I know. I know. Chris was live yesterday. I was there. There we go. So yeah, I lifted the lid on the Pleco tub just down there, only to find it was no longer a Pleco tub. The heater had stuck on during the night, and it was a tub of a very, very hot fish and snail soup. So it was, however many trumpet snails, not worried about those. 25 bristlenose plecos, half normal fin, half long fin, that were basically I would have been selling on this weekend, gone. No sign of any actual fish in there. It was just the water was like milk, and it was just slurry in the bottom. It was let's put it this way. I tipped it out in the garden, and there were complaints on Facebook about a really bad smell in town. So yeah, Go away. I know that's out of date. There's a reason I know it's out of date. It's because I don't want it. No, no amount. And the more you keep telling me, the less likely I'm going to go away. Anyway, so yeah, we lost an entire tank. I mean, thankfully, it was only 25 and not a full spawn of 100 odd, because that would have been heartbreaking, real heartbreaking. So yeah, now that's got me looking into heater controllers, and they're scary expensive. So it's going to have to be some thinking done there. A lovely Amber rolling around in the U-Haul looking at roadside ditches for fish. No, I'm not going to laugh at someone going around looking out for random native fishes to keep. Black socks or white socks? Oh, you got to go full black, Bob. Full black. Plus, then when you spill something down your leg, it doesn't show on the black socks. Hello, Anthony, and lovely Cheryl and Aaron. Yeah, I'm glad on behalf of all of us, Amber, glad you're at Swamp Cottage and getting settled and sorted and starting your new life. Let's call it that, shall we? Aaron just had a fry up. Git. I just had a cream cake and an egg custard, so things might get windy later. So yes, we had that happen on Friday. Fish soup. Yesterday was me trying to figure out about temperature controllers and what ones to go for, and oh my god, why are they so expensive? And why the hell do they need to connect to internet? And why the hell do they need a Wi-Fi? And trucker cat with Bigfoot approve. Wife beat a shirt. Jimmy shorts. Right. Yeah, I still would. I'm sure you still look absolutely lovely, Amber. You could rock the potato sack. It's been a while, Cheryl. I was starting to wonder whether you're okay or not. I hope you are. Put the tub on a shelf in the airing. It's sat down. It's dry now. It's sat there ready for when that 100 or so in the far end one are ready to move down. But hey, yeah. So I'd seen like the ink birds. Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Marilyn Monroe looked good in a spud sack. You'll look good in a spud sack. Trust me. As I was saying to Jess Main Sales Firm and Things the other day, I'm a professional at these things. I'm an expert. I've been eyeing up ladies for over 30 years and I know what looks good and what don't. Not sounding like a dirty old man, but I am a dirty old man. Mind you, it took Mary pointing out a pretty young girl's bum to me today. I didn't notice when we were walking out on our walk. So, oh, plus, you know, you had a nice view. You had that pretty girl walking in front of you in her leggings. I'm like, what? Oh, well, I registered she was pretty, but I also registered she was about 17. So it's just, no, doesn't even twig in my head to look. Yeah, so Yeah, Saturday was a fairly quiet day, although Missy Pisto and Mr. Pisto are starting to get interested in caves, so that's a good thing. And then, yeah, today we went for a rather long walk around Brandon Country Park. And both of us are going to have sore legs in the morning. You had oh no, what you done, Cheryl? Had a few injuries. You haven't done a Sharpe, have you? Hopefully nothing too serious. Yeah. So what do you wear to bed? Chanel number 5. Yes. Good old Norma Jean. She never, from what I understand anyway, fractured ribs. Oh yeah, they're sore. Been there, done that. Car accident or fall downstairs is my two guesses. Whatever. I'm glad to hear you're on the mend, Cheryl. So, as I'm sure we all are. Muppets listening and lurking while we're changing. Yeah. And if you want, Cheryl, I've got a rib floating around here that never healed back together. I'll swap. Actually, I think I might have one both sides now. So yeah. Start of the week was good. End of the week was bad. Weekend's been good. That's basically what's been going on. We did get some new inhabitants for the fish room when we were down. It's one thing to go into a shop, have a look around, and not buy anything and leave. But when you're going in there and you're making a video, you really should buy something. So I managed to not buy some more epistogrammas. I managed to not buy apple snails. I only had one Hercules snail, so that put that out of the equation. I also didn't buy the dwarf snakehead. Is it Parachana blairi? But I bought something that is the first time I've ever seen for sale in a UK fish shop. They're pink. They like to float. Sometimes they crawl on glass. And let's see if we can see any. And no, they're all hiding. Somewhere in there, at least. There are half a dozen hot pink ramshorn snails. J-Rock is doing stuff. Am I feeling sharp? Oh, not at this point of the day. Although I've actually got an energy drink now, so I might wake up a bit. Oh, look out, here's Dan. Easy now, easy now. Dan, the fish keeper man. Pardon me. Yeah, so heater controllers. Is there a cheaper option than buying an Inkbird for every single tank? Is there something which you can just that has like one temperature sensor, or has 6 temperature sensors and 6 sockets you can plug heaters in, and it will automatically do 6 of them? Because I don't want like internet connection and apps, and I just want the thing to turn the bloody heater off if it sticks on. Oh dear, you done sprain your ankle as well. Oh, that's not good. Scotty, the alien himself. Hello, buddy. And hello, Giggler to Paige as well. See, these ladies dyeing their hair red. You should know the effect that pretty lady with red hair has on me. It's just not safe. Heat the room and walk. It's too hot for me now, Kate. Um, um, I'm. I like. My kind of ideal temperature for indoors is between 14 and 16, so between 50 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit. At those kind of temperatures, even things like white clouds are going to start suffering. So, yeah, anything more than 60 indoors is too hot for me. So that I did think the heating the room option, but it wouldn't work. So I'd get too hot, and then I'd have to have doors and windows wide open. All right. So generally, it seems what's been going on lately is the Sharpe silly injuries thing has been spreading to other people, and I've not done anything lately. So, yeah, yeah, I'm guessing that's probably because you've got so used to heating your house to that temperature for the fish. So I'm that guy who was working back door at the supermarket, unloading the lorries and sorting it all out in short sleeves when it was -10, and I was fine. Everyone else who came out there either went cold and went back again, or looked at me in like sheer horror that I was, just short sleeves. Going, what? What's the problem? Why is everyone complaining? Tanks are around 75, except the office. I couldn't. I'd melt. I'm too well insulated for those temperatures. I mean, it's what 23 today, and that's too hot for me. Cold water fishies. So yeah, we say that. Yeah, I do now have considerably more than 3 comet goldfish in the pond. So at some point I might have to sell a bunch of comet goldfish to a local fish shop. Try explaining that one. Got your jacket everywhere. Well, hot loves heat. Who'd have thought it? Same with Cheryl. Yeah, there's nothing of you, Cheryl. My blood is like treacle. I'm covered in a thick layer of blubber, and on top of that, a layer of fur as well. So yeah, I don't do heat. I'm that person that's wandering through town in the middle of winter in shorts and a t-shirt while it's snowing, and everyone else is dustied up to the nines in some, like they're going to some Arctic expedition or something. I'm like, what? Aren't you hot? But yeah, anyway, big healing hugs, avoiding damaged ribs, Cheryl, and hugs for anyone else who wants a hug. Why not? Free hugs. So yeah, yeah. As I say, plastic does hold the heat better, and all my tanks have got lids on because I don't see the point in a lidless tank. more heat escapes and heats the air up, more water evaporates, there's more chance of fish jumping out, more chance of things going into the tank, all for what exactly? It looks a little bit prettier. I'm sure the fish don't care whether it's got a lid or a black plastic rim on it or not. Yes. Back to the Tillage St Mary Church where we went and had experiences, let's put it. We have found out the names of the two people we had experiences with, and Mary, bless her, did quite a bit of digging to find them out, or find one out. One was obvious. The one I figured out was obvious. And Bob was interested, so Mary did a bit more digging, and unfortunately, to find anything else out, we've got to go to Norwich Library and root around in all the records section for the death certificates from 1919 to try and figure out what Wilfred would have died from, what caused an 11-year-old to lose their life in 1919. Thank you very much, Dan. I was thinking about doing one today while we were out and about. I did take the camera with me, but we didn't get lost. We just kind of took a wrong turn on the walk, and by the time we got back to roughly where we were going, or get back to the car park, there was no way. It was just, no, we just both need to sit down and go, I think it was about 4.5, 5 miles we walked in the end. Will Mary be able to do a stream with you? I have no problem with Mary joining in on a stream. Whether she would or not is another matter. She doesn't like being on camera, let's put it that way. I haven't actually asked, but whenever I start filming a video and she disappears somewhere. So I actually seeing her off in the distance in the church video, and she's also in the fish shop video. Yeah, we shall see, Bob. We might. Actually, yeah, I can do wild streams as it are. As Griffin, how you doing? Been a while. Hope all is well. Yeah, I know we're all friends. No need to be shy. And to be fair, Mary probably knows quite a few of you from watching from when I've got videos on or when I talk about my fishy friends to her. I mean, she certainly knows you, Dan, and Bob, and Merritt, and Amber, and a whole bunch. She thinks Pam's a right laugh. So yeah, but as Anthony said, yeah, this is the problem with heater controllers, is there aren't a cheaper option that works. I mean, I did see somewhere it's a heater with a heater controller, but no separate probe. The actual temperature probe was part of the heater, so don't know how that's supposed to work. Evening, little Lisa. Yeah, it wasn't good. Friday morning, I woke up to 10 gallons of pleco and snail soup. Very, very hot pleco and snail soup. Because the 100-watt heater in the 10-gallon tub decided to stick on overnight. I mean, it was hot to the point that it was uncomfortable to put my hand in there. You wouldn't have had a bath in it. Um, yeah, so thankfully it was just sole source of income. 25 plecos were ready to go. Would have been what I would have been taking and selling today. So the tub's empty, but not for the reason I want it to be empty. And that's the culprit right there. No, don't just throw it. Hang on, is that top loose? Yeah, that might be the problem. Yeah, there's your problem. Oh, that's going to be Pleco slime gunk in there rather than just water. Never mind. I'll keep the French people happy. Yeah, so I was looking at them. I was sort of kind of wondering how they work because that did seem a far cheaper option than buying 13 or 14 ink birds. Because I looked at them and I saw the two sockets. I thought, oh, one will do 2 tanks. No, it's got 2 sockets. It's got 2 probes. That'll do 2 tanks. No, 2 heaters for 1 tank. And at best part of £40 each, I really can't afford that. So the other question I had was, of the 11 people in chat at the moment, how many of you have had a heaters stick on, and roughly what kind of percentage of heaters that go bang, stop working, do stick on? Is it a really rare occurrence, or is it 50-50 as whether they stick on or off? I mean, I would have thought with it sticking on, that the heating element would have probably burnt out at some point, but the heating element obviously didn't burn out because it was still on. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking, Dan. Is it's one of those things that does occasionally happen, but doesn't happen very often. Because I've had a few die, but the others have all died. No, don't turn back on again. Either the heating coil's burnt out or this is it. Is if it had been one of my tanks, it's easy to see because clear plastic or clear glass. You can see if all the fish are suddenly up to the surface gasping for air, or I've had it before where I had one of these. I had an issue. It was the filter got clogged solid, so no flow whatsoever, and all the baby plecos and all the snails were right up the top of the tank, right on the wall, right at the top of the water line, which is me going, that's not right. And then you look and poop, something with YouTube. There we go, we're back again. I'm on bloody Top Chat. Why didn't someone tell me I was on Top Chat? It used to automatically do live chat, and now it automatically goes to Top Chat. Howdy, Scott. Yeah, this is what I was thinking. Is most of the time they just stop working, and if a tank gets a bit chilly, a tank gets a bit chilly. That's not too big of an issue. So yeah, I'll have to have a good think about it. I mean, if I was working, then yeah, I'd be putting an order on Amazon or actually probably Probably checking out actual fish shops and seeing if someone can do me a deal on a dozen. How do I switch on and off? Melted in the bucket. That's the other thing I was surprised by. The heater, despite being on as long as it must have been, didn't melt the plastic tub. So I guess I got kind of lucky there, and I didn't end up with 10 gallons of pleco and snail soup on the carpet. That wouldn't have been good. Yeah, that would have been foul. I mean, I might not be able to smell it, but no one would, definitely no one would visit for years, probably. Apart from all the neighbourhood cats would have been sniffing around. Yeah, next time I sell some stuff, that's going to be a few months yet. Hopefully, I've got a job by then. Um, yeah, I'll say it might be one of those things where if I'm buying a dozen or so, then a shop might be able to do a deal, as it were, get them a bit cheaper for buying that many of them at once. Oh dear, Cheryl's been siphoning water all over the carpet again. We all kind of do that once in a while, Cheryl. Don't worry about it. At least it's just fish tank water and it's not fish soup. I mean that water looked like milk. It was horrible. And when you lift the lid and the wall of heat hits you, I mean, I hate to think what it smelled like. Because there were people from about quarter of a mile, half a mile downwind complaining about a smell on Facebook. I kept my mouth shut. Yeah, I was like, exactly. They might be able to do a wholesale order. It's one of those things where, when if they buy one, they pay the price for one. So you pay the price for one, as if it's someone you know and you can fudge numbers a bit. Yeah, that's probably what I'll end up doing. But, you know, we'll get something figured out. Even if it's not for all the tanks, just for the ones that have got either my breeding adults in or the ones that have got large amounts of frying. There's a DD. Hello, Deborah. How are you doing? Chicken factory and pigs nearby. I might have got away with it. Yeah, unfortunately, I've got a feeling that pleco and trumpet snail soup smells a bit worse, or it smells different to chickens and pigs. But, you know, and I'm going to say it's probably not the worst smell that's come out of this house over the years. But these things do happen. And so with that and the Xbox dying, that's two of the three. So what's the third thing that's going to go wrong? Or do you think not being able to get my Xbox account back might be the third? What's that floating around on there? Seriously? This morning's food is still floating on the surface? Oh, God. No, hell no. I ain't going. I ain't going PlayStation. I just can't deal with the controllers. Sticks are in the wrong bloody place. Um, I mean, I've been playing it. Well, I've been playing consoles for both consoles for donkey's years, but when you relax your hands and the sticks are just in the right place. Especially this Batman. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not. you know, I can't really complain. It was a day one Xbox One, so it was however many years old. Was it 6 years old? Yeah, it's about 6 years old. So it's had its life. I just got one of the Series S to replace it with. Um, Happy days are here again. Well, we hope so, Austin. We hope so. Oh, look, there's a Daniel Keeping Fish sticker. Yeah, it's like trying to drive an American car and the gear stick's on completely the wrong side. Just, or you're looking around for the gear stick. And where the hell's the gear stick? It should be there. It should be down here somewhere. Yeah. Oh yeah. They drive on the wrong side. You look at it, and there's no gear stick there. Where the hell's the gear stick? Oh, right. He's got a little lever up on the steering wheel. This is not had a games console since the Mega Drive. I didn't have a Mega Drive. I was Nintendo back then. Thank you very much, Bob, for the super chat. As always, appreciated, and it'll go towards the new heaters or new heater controllers fund. Mind you, it's not as bad as the time I got the chance to ride on an old classic motorbike. Now, motorbike controls are obviously rather different to cars. That's not steering. That's steering. You got clutch, accelerator, front brake, rear brake is your right leg, and gear change is your left foot. It was completely all over the place on this old Vela set. The clutch was right hand, front brake was left hand, gear change was right foot, and rear brake was left foot. So everything was back to front and upside down and wrong way out. It was bloody horrible. Beautiful motorbike, don't get me wrong. Bloody horrible to ride though. Got all the systems. The only reason I've got old Xbox 360s and an old Xbox One is because I haven't got around to pulling the hard drives out of them yet. When they die, I generally just pull the hard drive out and bin the rest. And the only game I've played for about the last 3 years has been World of Warships or World of Tanks. So there's no point in me buying anything extra. And the last actual computer game I bought was Forza Horizon 2, and I got nowhere near completing that. I got bored. I'm just too old for that now. My reaction speed's not high enough. Got Garner Estate has got a Harley. Yeah, I used to upset the neighbours with mine, but then it was a race bike, a 2-stroke with a racing exhaust, so it was a bit loud. So very old tech museum. Yeah, I've never had any connection to old technology. It's box of plastic and silicon. I'm the same with model kits. I can spend a month building and painting, detailing and weathering up a model kit. When I need more space on the shelf, it just goes in the bin. Double jointed thumbs, not good for trying to play computer games. No, they must have their uses, but trying to think. Some model kits at Toys R Us. They sell them in toy shops in the UK, but not the kind of ones I would buy. I like my model kits as complicated as they can be. The big old clunky joysticks, yeah. Or happy handles, as I used to call them, just to upset people. Yeah, and the buttons are always sticky from God knows what kids had been playing on it previously and what they'd had on their fingers. Oh, I think I actually watched a show once where they did go around an arcade and did like the old swabs and luminol testing, and yeah, it was pretty foul. The biggest bum is when you go to play on one of them games and one of the buttons don't work. Ticked off a previous neighbour starting a bike to get it work in his front door glare. I say he, so it wasn't Pam then, because Pam's done that. We know that much in the past. We know Pam has been on the front porch naked, jumping about. That was a mouse, though. Employee walking around cleaning them? Disinfecting, not cleaning. But yeah, thankfully they're kind of, I say thankfully, they're kind of a dead thing now. Only place you sort of find them is up at the seaside resorts now in the UK. And then it's all the one-arm bandit kind of things, fruit machines. So it weren't Tic Tac Man then, did he? You could actually tell it was a male. Yeah, it's either the ones that you shove like the 2p and the 1p pieces in, and then a bunch more fall out the bottom if you're lucky, or it's the fruit machines. Yeah, so I mean, the ones I have seen, most of them just seem to basically be an Xbox or a PlayStation inside a big box. It's basically what it is. It is literally a games console and a TV inside a big wooden box with fancy stickers on the outside. Which you can't blame them. It's probably cheaper. Oh, hello, Spotty. Your bristle's getting long, buddy, hey? Yeah. They're at least not going to support your weight, dude. Yeah. So I probably won't bother getting another games console. The only, so other than literally World of Warships, I use it for watching Amazon Prime and YouTube. My TV can use TV. No, I've got a smart TV. It'll do YouTube and Amazon Prime, but it's just an absolute pig trying to use a bloody TV remote. Try and get things to do what you want, and plus it's really slow as well. Oh, Contra 3 and Turtles in Time, Jesus, go back. That really is going back. That's 1990s. That's going back to the days of the Commodore Amiga. Not quite, but they were still around then. What was my favourite arcade game? Oh, that one's easy. Golden Axe. Because I could complete the whole thing for 10p. probably my parents' favourite arcade game as well. So they could give me 20p and I'd be quiet for 2 hours. Yeah. I'm sure that came out as a. Yeah, we're going back to 360 for an arcade game, I think. Handheld Raspberry Ripple with all your games. Couldn't even see the screen. Yeah, one of the reasons I never went handheld. Screens are too small. I mean, literally the only reason I still use my old tablet is for what? Well, yeah, it's because I can see the screen. So I use it for watching live streams, playing the YouTube video that's going as I fall asleep at night, and Facebook because bigger pictures and bigger text. Although the cameras on it are duff, so I have to use that and my phone. Revenge of Shinobi or Astro Wars. Oh no, it's probably a licensing thing. Tabletop ping pong, Pac-Man, eat and play someone across from you. Yeah, these days I'd rather have a fish tank. To be honest, I do spend more time just sitting watching a fish do fishy stuff than I do playing on the console. So yeah, yeah, I'll send those. There's been quite a few of them coming out, Lisa, and yeah, no, not for me. But let's see if we get back on the fish. Oh, hang on. Weird time for my phone to be going off. Let's just check what that is. Ooh. And for some reason, the phone doesn't recognise my face, even though I set the face up. Rasboras are a good match with guppies. Yes, they are. Won't be any chasey. And depending on the Rasbora, they might not even eat guppy fry. Hello, Endler. Yes, this week we got, aside from the disaster from Friday, half a dozen hot pink ramshorn snails, which are currently growing out. Well, they're in there, but they're all hiding up. Oh, no, one has come to the front. So we can have a look-see. Let's see. Because I'm doing this back to front. There we go. Pearl white shell with hot pink foot and body. Well, 4 of them were pink and 2 of them were the blue-grey, but Can we see? Can we see, baby? Will it focus enough? You can just about see a couple of little baby shellies in there. Yeah. Yes, Kay, hot pink. Ramshorn. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea about Ramshorn snails' genetics. Haley probably would do. Um, just got to send a quick message here. U2 stopped working. 3 autos, 2 embers, and a cardinal. Oh, not good. Was it the clad solid, which I doubt in the tank with autos, embers, and cardinals, or was it the impeller went bad, Cheryl? Something like that. Yeah, I know Haley's oddball aquatics. I know Haley Haley likes her Wookiee hugs. Okay, Team Tank, invasion of the cyanobacteria. Yeah, the impeller clogged. I've had that before with the U1s. Yeah, I've got cyanobacteria in my Shelly tank. It's the only tank that's got it. But they keep killing any snails I try and put in there to help with the algae problems. So but there we go. This is it, because especially with something like with a fairly low load tank, the filters clog up slowly, so you don't necessarily notice. It's not like they go from full power to not working at all. So yeah, admittedly, with my when you've got 100 odd plecos in there, it tends to clag it up in a couple of days. But when you start talking about doing bi-weekly water changes and filter cleans, people start going, but what about your cycle? It's probably more likely to go wrong if I don't clean them out. You can't keep a bristlenose pleco in a 10-gallon tank. No, I wouldn't keep a bristlenose pleco in a 10-gallon tank. Poor thing would be lonely. Need some friends. You know? I mean, after all, there is the, as I recently made up, because, let's be honest, it's about as accurate as the old one. The new one is the 10-inch per gallon rule when it comes to plecos. That's what I say anyway. If you're feeling really brave, you can go a foot per gallon. Oh, I love winding people up when they go on about what can't and what can, go into a tank. Especially when they're telling me that it can't be done, and I'm like, I'm breeding them in a smaller tank, mate. Yeah. So there's probably something I can do about the cyanobacteria, but I just scrape the excess out. It does appear to actually be getting better all of its own accord. So you never know. Hidden at the back behind a load of plants. Yep. Good job you did spot it when you did. This is it. It's one of those things where, you look at the tank and go, something's not right. I don't know what, but something's not right. Let me investigate. And I get it fairly regular with these because, a certain floofy boy still likes to play with airlines. So I mean, it's a year this month, and he still likes to mess with my airlines. Spot treat, yeah, spot treat with H2O2. Yeah, I could do. I've got peroxide somewhere. But as I say, they don't eat it. It's not toxic if they don't eat it. And as I say, manual removal, just scrape it off the glass every once in a while, and it seems to be reducing in severity on its own accord. So, okay, thank you very much, Bob. Thanks again for the super chat. And that thing, you could have. Sorry if you'd have reminded me, I'd have done it sooner. But yeah, I'm old and crap, and my memory is shocking. And it's amazing I remember my own name some days. Lots of nice music videos. So I'm feeling remiss now not watching Cheryl's channel. Don't bother with the channel, just save certain stuff. So it's your liked playlist. Yeah, whatever you do, people, don't go looking through my liked playlist. It's going to be the most random stuff you've ever seen. Yeah, I don't actually know if mine is. But I suppose it's one of the things. If you've got a whole bunch of content, people just look at the content. They don't go to your liked playlists so much. And I think the majority of it is probably fishy live streams. Possibly the occasional slightly perverted thing as well. But hey, it's me. I mean, if people went through my search history and it was all nice, normal, and all pretty and kind and nice stuff, I'd get worried. Yeah. If weird stuff didn't show up in my search history, then the police would probably turn up. I mean, it's one of those weird things. Is I don't ever look for that kind of stuff on YouTube because it's just not there. Well, some of it is, but then I'll get recommendation that will be some lady testing bras as to how well they support massive breasts. And okay, why is that showing up on my recommended? And quite why they need to be trying out pogo sticks to see how good this new bra is, I have no idea. I mean, the things to be testing out on a pogo stick are going to be knee pads, elbow pads, and crash helmets. Trying on new work boots, choking on bacon fat. Oh dear. Mum slapping you on the back and dad doing a hind leg maneuver. Yeah. big old chunk of bacon fat comes flying out. Full body arm for both of us, Cheryl. Although, I'm just going to look at your pogo stick and go, nope. Same with a Segway, a one-wheeler, a balance board, whatever those things are. Yeah, I'm just not going near them. Not anymore. I don't bounce like I used to. So when you're a kid, if you fall over, it's like someone dropping a bag full of gummy bears. It kind of bounces and nothing really bad happens. When you get to my kind of age, you're kind of more like a bag of crisps or chips. Drop it and stuff breaks. Teenage girls doing the latest TikTok. Yes, yeah. Again, that's another one. TikTok I've just not done. Chingards, pogo sticks. Good idea. Yeah, we all knew someone at school who bit half their tongue out or lost half their teeth because they were on a pogo stick. Their feet slip on the way down. Their feet slip off the feet holes and whack up under the chin with the handle. Yeah, we all knew someone who did that. Lispy Dave, who bit off half his tongue in that pogo stick accident. Pardon me. Mind you, the size of my tongue, I could probably do with chopping half of it off. Bloody thing barely fits in my mouth. I won't do it, but yes, I can lick my nose. And elbow. Space hoppers bounce perfect off of people's heads. Yeah, space hoppers are good for bouncing. Did you know they make adult space hoppers that have 3 handles? They're for ladies, apparently. No idea why you need 3 handles. It's not like you've got 3 hands. I think I saw a video a while back. They're actually doing space hopper races on them. For some reason, they're all using the 3-handled ones. Yes, I have no idea what that was all about. I'll soon turn the video off. Yeah, everyone's going, yeah, right, you did not turn that video off. You watched it to the end. When using Dark Star. Yeah, kinda. Although one had extra sort of grips all the way up it. Bit of a strange shape, but what do I know? I'm no space hopper expert. The last time I got on a space hopper, I was about 6. Oh, cat falling off the chair. In fact, it's taken an hour and a quarter to decide to fall off. It does make me wonder if someone else is down there. You and Zach? I ain't seen you lately. Yes, other good news. Neither of the spirits we encountered at the ruined church followed us home. Bedevil me. There's a Willie Mac. Hello, sir. Been a while. How are you? I hope all is going well in Willie Mac land. I'll say the last time was probably when I was still doing the chat for the ISM live show. It's a for me. It's actually a pretty good video, Cheryl. It's it's very calm and peaceful. It's I mean, it's a beautiful place. And there's been a church on that land since, well, the Doomsday Book. Stepmom found out a cat cookies got matching. Oh no. Sending hugs and fusses for Cookie. The Cookie needs all the fusses. So yeah, I think it's just generally been a bad week overall for most people. So there's me with fish soup and you with that, and Cheryl with falling off of and injuring things and injuring herself. So yeah, at least there's only 5 weeks or 5 hours, and well, technically this is the start of the next week, isn't it? So that week is over. Sunday being the first day of the week. Technically, although everyone sees it as the last day of the week. About 12 and always a little crank. Yeah, they're the best kind of cats, so grumpy cats are cool. Winter is coming. Yeah, right, we've got heat wave coming first, Cheryl. So I'm going to be ploughing through the water changes tomorrow, try and get them all done. So that when the temperature pulls up to 27 degrees again, I don't have to be carting around buckets of water and increasing the salt level in the tanks because I drip sweat into them. Not salt for any other reason. Yes, Indian summer. We'll get a week of it and then it will probably drop way down and we'll probably start getting frosts. And then, yeah. Just in time for everyone to get their cute little summer dresses out, and then it will start getting cold again, which is kind of a good combination if you ask me. Little summer dresses on a cold day, that works well for me. I mean, not me personally. I mean, me in a little summer dress is just not going to work. Personally, I'm just looking forward to the thunderstorm at the end of it. Sick of changing clothes in the wrong neck thermal a few days. Yeah, I was shorts and t-shirt. Last chance to get the dog bathed. So he dries out before. Yeah, I know that feeling. Yeah, the only real difference for me is that I've not had the back door open all day. There's probably until the end of this week, I'll probably have the back door open 24 hours a day just to keep the place cooler. It has been a while, old friend. Exactly. As I say, I won't say I don't make models anymore. It's just I haven't made any for quite a while. Although, given some of the things I've seen lately, arguments wise, I've got an idea maybe for a few videos, but let's see if I can get the mojo up to actually go to the cave and clear enough space to make a video up there. Hoping the peppers grow a bit and the tomatoes are dead. Yeah, yeah, keep things shut up during the heat of the day and then open them when it cools down. But I'm lazy. I just open up, leave it open. I mean, I leave the curtains shut anyway, so it stays a bit cooler at the best of times. But yeah, it's full of blight and not ripening. Oh no. Yeah, that's. I mean, it's sad if you like eating tomatoes. I mean, I'd be quite happy if tomato plants all died. Because the only use there is for tomatoes is ketchup. Hello, lovely Marek. How the devil are you, my sweet? all outside. Yeah, I think the weather's been a bit weird this year for crops in general. So we had a warm spring, then a bit of a chill, cooler, wetter weather. Then we had a spell of hot, dry weather. Then it got cool and wet, and now it's getting hot again. So it kind of messes plants up big time. I mean, there was, while we were wandering around in Thetford Forest earlier, there was harebells in flower. And I was like, hang on, why are the harebells in flower? They're a spring plant. You're pushing yourself all week, this fella say, oh, bless you. Going to the gym, have you? Or pushing yourself to do things that you don't necessarily want to do or enjoy doing. But anyway, big snuggle hug. So, I mean, I know I'm going to sleep well tonight because going for what turned out to be near a 5-mile walk in rather warm conditions off road was probably taken it out of me fairly. It was just annoying. One of the reasons we went, not only because it's a pretty place, nice to walk, nature, wildlife, all that good stuff, exercise, free, was because there is a mausoleum there that is haunted, supposedly. Now, I say supposedly because I only say something is haunted if I've experienced it myself. So my house is haunted. Tivitshire St Mary Church is haunted. The Bliss family mausoleum is supposedly haunted. But yeah, after having been walking for 5 miles, and there was quite a few people around, so I decided against doing a little video. It's just too busy. It's it's one of those things where people tend to get really upset if you even accidentally point a video camera at them. And when it's families with small children, it's just best to keep the video camera hidden. So keep it in the bag, don't get it out and cause yourself trouble. Put the maintenance off to watch your football and then dig deep and press it. Yeah. That's one thing I'm not looking forward to when I start working again. Trying to figure out the routines to get all the water changes done. Because at the moment I get them all done on Monday and Tuesday generally. Unless I feel really bleh, then I might be Monday and Wednesday. There's been a couple of weeks lately where I got them all done on the Monday and then paid for it on the Tuesday. Hey, at least on upside, at least I got one less to do this week. So that's one less bucket to change. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I've got 6 buckets worth to change. You're trying a bit too hard. Oh dear. I'll take it steady for a bit. Normally leisure it through a Sunday. Now you've got to wing it on Sunday night. This is it. You get the jobs that have got to be done, and you got to do them. So they got to be done. And how's the new tank going down? Is that all going well still? Yeah. So this is it. Never forget the importance of just being. Just taking the time to just sit and just not do. Just it's just something I think a lot of people struggle with this day and age. Just not doing. They feel they have to be doing something, or there's something that has to be done for your own health and sanity. Sometimes doing nothing is the best thing to do. Going great, except Mrs. DK keeps putting stuff on top of it. Oh dear, is she seeing it as an ornament shelf? Is that it, or? Yeah, because the lid, most tank lids aren't exactly strong, are they? They're not like designed to take weight on top. They're designed to, stop stuff falling into the tank and stop things jumping out of the tank rather than work as a shelf. Says the guy who regularly puts all his food on top of this tank. Hey, one of these days I might even get round to cutting out that feeding hole in the lid. Doing so good, been outside, but only got 2 speeds, off or full throttle. Now, time to switch off, Marrett. And your body's probably telling you to switch off. If your body's anything like mine, it soon says, yeah, today is a do nothing day. It's when I wake up in the morning, have morning nap with Mary, and then after about half an hour, it's like, no, gonna have to go back to the nap. So, like on Thursday, when I woke up at 8:30 in the morning, no morning nap because Mary was out, but as congratulations to Adam, Mary's son, passes driver's theory test this week, which is why Mary was out. Yeah, so I woke up at 8:30, sat around till about 10:30, and it was just like, I need a nap. And next thing I knew, it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Random crap show. Yeah, I understand that. Howdy, Frankie B. How you doing? Also, long time no see. Yeah, see, I don't do the upswings in energy. Well, not very often. It happens. Some days I get some weird sensation. I think it's called motivation. I'm not used to it, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm actually going to stick the light on because I just realised I haven't actually got the light on in either the front room or the kitchen, and it's starting to get dark. Yes, I think it's called motivation. I don't get it very often, but I get twitchy, and then it's like I have to do something. Seriously, Dan, can you imagine what the heck would happen if I got on a pogo stick? I'd probably slip, fall off, and end up with the pogo stick handle either shooting up my backside, smacking me in the knackers, or under the chin, and then I'd end up knocking myself out when I hit the floor. that's what would happen. It'd be an awesome video. Mini trumpet. Trumpet. Oh god, yeah, trampoline, nah, not good. No, me and trampolines is a really bad combination. Still quite light. Need to get washing in for dead long legs. Ah, yes, that time of year where the older daddy long legs are about. Have a good week, you two, little Lisa. Yeah, I mean, I can guarantee my most viewed video would be me injuring myself on video. I'd do a major 90% water change, whole tub of fish food went plop in the tank. Oh, yeah, probably not going to be good. I don't know if I'd do, I'd probably just like turkey based or back out the excess food. It's going to take a while for it starts turning into ammonia. So, I don't know. Probably best to get the food out. I wouldn't worry about the massive water change. I mean, I had to do 100% water change because the heater's stuck on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I woke up Friday morning to fish and pleco soup, or fish and snail soup. 25 bristle noses all boiled to death, along with about 100 trumpet snails. All through the tank with the water movement. Mm, yeah, I mean, yeah, I say it all depends on the kind of food. I mean, I say I do probably just turkey basted most of it out, or a bit of a gravel vac to suck most of it out, siphon it, and see how it went. Or basically, most of my tanks are overstocked anyway, so they'd probably eat it. That or all the trumpet snails would suddenly appear out of the snail strait. A tank leak in 55, all fish saved. Now, all in one with plenty of water changes. Yeah, so it's yeah, stirred up the mess and backed it all out. Fingers crossed and touch wood, I've not had a tank leak yet. High flow rate, yeah. Aquarium size snow globe. Howdy OC123. Welcome aboard. Good to see new faces always. Warrior. He's on a different account. Okie dokie. Well, hi. Did you manage to get your previous account banned, or have you just changed it because you felt like it? I've been thinking about changing something a bit simpler. Right, use one hand to open lid and feed, plus keep curious cats away. Rebranded. You done a Melvin, as we call it. Yeah, I was like, because my channel is kind of so all over the place at the moment with the content. So it'll be like fish stuff, nature stuff, paranormal stuff, and maybe model stuff, whatever the hell other stuff I feel like doing. I was thinking maybe just calling it Sharpe's stuff. Easier to remember and a lot easier to type. Yeah. Well, lesson learned. Open the lid, then open the food and feed. But yeah, I do the same thing. I've not actually dropped a tub of food yet, but I mean, if I did, the one that would really make me swear would be the algae wafers, because the amount of them I go through. I mean, even these little guys in here, which are a week old, admittedly there's 100 of them in there, little plecos, but they're going through 4 algae wafers a day at the moment. Yeah. Oh, Missy Molly. Oh, Bert. Yeah, you're not scared of me now, are you? Pardon me. It's poop time. Yay! Finally managed to breed the cherry shrimps. See, now what will happen now is you've got them breeding, and then they'll breed again, and then the babies will breed, and you'll be going, probably in about 3 months, you'll be going, oh crap, where am I going to put all this shrimp? Tub of defrosted blood worm down the back of the tank. Oh, I can only imagine, but I bet that's going to honk. Oh, geez. That's probably going to be right up there with pleco and snail soup on bad smells. Especially if you miss it and it goes off and starts rotting down there. Oh. Another reason not to use frozen food or live food. Well, actually, when I was doing the water changes Monday, I did find a dried out crebensis on the carpet, so God knows where that came from. Because when I was catching them out of there last Sunday, I was moving that direction, and I found a crebensis on the floor over there. I shouldn't laugh because it's a fish, it's life. Come on, this is me and cribs. It's not like I haven't had enough had enough cribs. Although I nearly bought a different flavour of crib this week, I was very good in not doing it though. There's about 1.5 inches female, but yeah, literally mummified, still full colour, just crispy. Yeah, dried crib. Probably not the tastiest of snack, but is now fertilising the garden anyway. But yeah, the ones say is when I went to the Express Aquatics, I think you'll actually enjoy that one, Dan, because as I say, there's some interesting species he's keeping. But yeah, he had the ocellated cribs, Pelvicochromis ocellatus. They are very pretty. Yeah, I was a very good boy in not having a pair of those. Very, very, very tempted. And the what were the baby rainbows he had? Pseudomygil signifer, blue eyes. Again, very tempting. And then he had about half a dozen different types of apisto, also very tempting. But I was very good and just bought some snails. So I mean, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, no, cribs will be safe in there. The Yacaras ain't going to attack anything. The only problem is the clown loaches. They may be hiding at the moment, doing what they normally do, sleeping down the back of the filter. No, there's one of them there. Let's see if we can see Clowny Loachy. There's these guys. Are really, really, really good at eating fish eggs. And if I'm going to buy a pair of cribs or apistos, it's the breed. I can't put them in there. I haven't got anywhere else suitable for a pair of apistos or cribs that I haven't already got a pair of pistos or cribs or already massively overstocked. Well, massively overstocked according to what people say you should keep in a certain size tank, but this is me. We know I ignore that. A 30 gallon with one molly. Oh dear. Well, I've got 20 litre, which is 5 gallon. Got somewhere around 300 cherry shrimp in it. Breed cribs, bristle noses, and well, maybe not at the moment, but bred cribs and bristle noses, and had panda cories, Nerite snails, and Choprodanios in a 15-gallon tank. Nothing died, you just don't know what tank to set up. Perfect then. Pistos and cribs, not pistos and cribs. That wouldn't work, not in a 30. So if you're going to go planted, then a 30. Yeah, I'd definitely go. I'm kind of predictable. It would be a pistos or cribs, a couple of bristle noses, some cories, and then a pretty dither type fish. So some kind of tetra or small live bearer, something like that. Fairly predictable, but the fish are going to multiply. Just if you get a pair of bristle noses, be prepared for having 100 babies every month. See, I have the opposite problem in that my tanks are as they are, and there are a bunch more fish I'd love to keep, but I can't put them in any of my tanks unless I clear a tank of fish. And currently, the only one I could possibly do that with would be the shell dwellers. And I don't really want to do that because they sell well. Yes. Apologies if I didn't see earlier. 240. Cool. Yeah. I mean, if I had a 240-gallon tank, that would be, well, I mean, even 240 litre. That would definitely, let's just say if I was starting this up again with what I know, it would definitely have bristle noses in it to breed. It would definitely have a dwarf cichlid in there to breed. Snails. And it would also have probably a rare kind of live bearer. A limia or a Goodeid or Goodeid, whichever one is pronounced. I've heard it both ways. Goodeid sounds better. Apple snails are a pain in the ass. They hit all my plants. Yeah, that's one reason I didn't buy apple snails. Is because I did think, yeah. I mean, the Hercules snails would have been cool because I could definitely sell those. But yeah, that's the reason I left the apple snails in the shop. Platies, I've done the whole breeding platies thing. It was the first fish I actually bred. I say I bred. I didn't even realise I had bred. It wasn't until I was doing a water change and this little buddy was sitting by the bucket looking and started meowing at me. And I looked down in the bucket and there's a baby platy swimming around in there. Well, there's a baby fish. I was like, what the, where'd that come from? That's a baby platy. Because it's just big enough to have the coloration of the parents. So it was like, wow, I've bred fish. And like the most careful and delicate putting of the baby molly back in, catching and replacing it. Oh, yeah, solid colours are cool. My platies are the black and red, so mainly black with like the red around the tail and the nose and the fins. And in here at the moment we do have some platinum lyre tails, which are all three of the girls are heavily pregnant. One of the males completely vanished, and the other one is in the breeder box because he's having difficulties keeping himself right way up. And he's sort of there's something wrong with him, but he seems happier in the breeder box. He doesn't get caught in the current anyway. Yeah, so the platinum lyre-tailed mollies are gorgeous. I mean, even if one of them is having them, or two of them are having massive poops at the moment, that might be a pre-birth clear out. We can but hope, because we've got one baby molly up in there with the baby bristle noses because they dropped the day I got them. Stress of the move, whatever, one survived. So unfortunately, it's another girl. So if I lose the last male, but then hopefully I can save some fry from these girls and might grow out a male. You never know. But yeah, platies are always cool. I think I even did a video on platies. One of the sort of ideal beginner fish kind of videos. Xiphophorus maculatus. I mean, it does show just how much of a softie my first better Norman was, because firstly he got bullied by the neons. I took the neons out, and then he got bullied by platies. Now, time to hose down the human fry. See you later, Dan. Usual fist bump to the little ones. Have a good week, sir. Don't work too hard. I won't. If it's hot, I'm going to be doing as little as possible. I'm glad I've got most of the gardening stuff already done, so we ain't got to worry about that. Yeah, most of this week has been, well, the last couple of weeks has been clearing brambles and nettles out of the garden. And the last few days has been chopping down the holly tree, which somehow turned up. And for a good few years, this holly tree's only got to about 2 feet high. All of a sudden this year, it's now like 10 feet high. So it's time for it to come out. So now it's got a completely bare trunk for about the first 8 feet, and then where I couldn't easily reach with the secateurs, it's got the leaves and the branches still. But yeah, we'll get a saw out at some point and chop the rest of it down, and carry on with bramble and nettle clearance, and try not to sting myself with nettles anymore, because that's not fun. I'm extra sensitive to them these days, it would appear. Might be something to do with that time I fell out of a tree into a ditch when I was younger. And the ditch was just choked full of nettles and brambles. And I was literally just one giant nettle sting kind of, got to the point where it didn't hurt anymore. Um, for a few years after that, I could like pull nettles with my hands and stuff, and it didn't sting, didn't hurt. But that seems to have worn off, and now I'm like extra sensitive to it. I just have to brush against a stinging nettle, and it stings for hours. Which is why I've been wearing jeans and long sleeve tops while I've been out in the garden doing it. UK ditches, yeah. Well, at least it was summertime, so the ditch was dry. One thing. In winter time, it'd have been about 6 feet of water in nettles. Oh, looks like 2 murder mysteries may be solved in Norway. They haven't caught you, have they, Marek? Or have they found a serially killer type person? Yeah. English ditches, they're either completely clear and about 6 feet deep of water, or they're completely dry and absolutely chogged with nettles and brambles and thistles and dead things. Best keep quiet about the patio then, Marek. And that was the joke when I redid my pond. I did a neighbour did actually ask me, have you got someone you're burying under there? 95 and Tuesday. Oh, cool. Takes a while. But this, I was hearing, I heard the other day about a murder that was solved because obviously they keep the DNA on file, and it either alerted or they checked with. There was someone who went on one of these ancestry sites where you send them in the DNA and then DNA sample and they test it and tell you where your ancestors originally came from. And yeah, the police got a match, and it was the person who'd committed the murders. I think it was a serial killer. And yeah, it was that person's son that had actually submitted DNA. So I caught them through that. Bit of a long-winded explanation, but hey, it's me. If I didn't waffle a bit, this thing would be over in about 10 minutes. Yeah. So here you go. Top tip, piece of advice. If you're going to go out committing crimes and murdering people, leaving DNA samples, make sure to tell your family never to get the DNA tests done. But yeah, can you wait someone dead before you do that, please? Why? Well, because otherwise some stuff might get found out. You might realise that this wonderful father and upstanding member of the community is actually a perverted serial killer. Scary how often that's how it works, isn't it? It's not the weird dude that lives on the outskirts of town that no one has anything to do with. It's the sort of successful businessman with a family and respected in the community and blah blah blah. Turns out to be the absolute psycho nut job. Yeah, you see. Yeah, the thing is, like me, Marek, it's known that we're weird. We are the ones that would be on the outskirts of town, living in the hut, shunned by society. But you know, at least if we kill someone, it's for a good reason. Yeah. So they say never judge a book by its cover. Yeah. Hang out with the weirdos and the nutters, because at least then you know they're weirdos and nutters. Yeah, this is it. Knowing how not to get caught. That's the main thing. It's not whether you commit the crime or not, it's whether you can get away with it. I mean, heck, would anyone believe I've never even been arrested? And some of the stuff I've done. Well, technically. No, I didn't get put under arrest for that. I got a ticket and summons and court date. I didn't get arrested. Mind you, me being me, I'd probably figure out how to get out of handcuffs. So I've been watching quite a few of the sort of people who get caught driving intoxicated or whatever videos, and oh jeez. And there was one where the guy driving got pulled over and swapped seats with his girlfriend, so it looked like she was driving. Problem was, front facing camera on the police car behind them. Yeah, use the furry set of handcuffs. Or you go, no, it's all right. There's a pair. There's a pair in that drawer there. I prefer those kind of restraints, officer. Um, oh dear. Oh, got an itch on the back of my head again. I've done a fair bit, but nothing too bad. More stuff you get caution for. Oh, there was one I heard about the other day where a couple of guys got pulled over and they were drug dealers, and they had very helpfully had little bags. Well, not that little, but and on the bags it said "bag of drugs." I mean, kudos, but it does kind of make the police's job easier when they're searching. There's a thing that says "bag of drugs" on it, and they open the bag and it's full of pills and powders, and yeah, you nicked. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is that. Is it? Well, like they won't look in there because it says "bag of drugs" on it, so they're not going to expect us to. Miss those online with Amazon. Bought belt for work box was good. However, wooden storage boxes in pieces. Oh no! What you done? Yeah, but yeah, a belt is a good thing for work because no matter how cool it might be to have your trousers hang around your backside, you actually got to work in it. You want them to stay up. especially if you work around people like me who will just grab your jeans and pull them the rest of the way down. I suppose, having the bag of drugs with bag of drugs written on it isn't much different to having a tobacco tin that's in the shape of a coffin. It just struck me as kind of amusing. Oh, pardon me. Yep, definitely nearly dark outside now. The street lights have come on. I'm starting to flag. Ew, glasses need a clean big time as well. Excuse the view of me without the glasses on. I know it's fairly horrific. Atkins, how you doing, sir? Should try vaping? Nah. I'll stick to the tried and tested tobacco. I'm old. I'm old school. I was actually thinking about getting a pipe as well, but not a drug pipe, proper tobacco pipe, Sherlock Holmes type pipe. Sort of pipe you take out your mouth and you point to things with, and then you put it back in and looking like Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, I've looked worse, to be fair. Yeah, might as well look like a serial killer. At least I don't look like Charlie Manson. Although technically he's not a serial killer. Technically, he never killed anybody. And a storage box and a belt center gets thrown on the floor. £3 off. Real leather as opposed to fake leather. Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I get in the door from work or just shopping or whatever. It's like bag down. Excess clothing just gets off. There we go. And it just stays there till the next time I need it. It's probably why it's fairly regular occurrence. I'll pull my trousers or shorts on and have a spider come running out of the leg. That certainly wakes you up. Although the last time was when I put my jeans on and a dead spider fell out of them, so I'm not sure which is worse. In fact, there's a spider in there, or they got in there and died. Yeah, this is it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to buy a new belt at some point as well because I'm getting larger, and some of my belts just aren't long enough anymore. But hey, these things happen. But anyway, I think my time is up. So I know there's someone else who streams after me. I just can't remember who it is because, again, I'm old and crap and I've got a bad memory. So I shall say thank you for everyone who's shown up. Thank you again to Bob for the super chat, although I know he's gone already. Hopefully a better news next week. As I say, Thursday or Friday, the week's video will be Express Aquatics, and then I'll have to think about something for the week after. But yeah, so thank you again, everyone, for turning up, putting up with me. Peace out. Rock on. Bye bye. Sunday sharp do 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 do. Sunday sharp do 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 do. Sunday sharp do 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 do. Ah.